Hey everybody, welcome to the day trading recap for May 18th, 2022. Really bearish day. We came in with a bearish notion, looking for a little bit of a pop rollover on the SPY. Basically what happened is we came to the day, and I talked about this yesterday in the recap video, but market was coming to the top channel there. It tested it yesterday in the after hours, got rejected. We started to break down this morning, broke the pivot, and we sold off right to the middle of that channel. What we did today was basically play the downside. We tried to play the upside on a little, little longs here and there, and those didn't work obviously. But we would go like 1/10 size, try a little bit, 1/10 size, try a little bit on the bounce, just in case we started to bounce. We kept our puts on the entire day. I talked everyone through the entire day, guided it to the downside all day long. There was no reason to exit the puts because we never broke the trend to the upside. I told small accounts, never fight the trend. Don't even think about going long today until the market reclaims EMA support, and it never did. So most people stayed short the entire day, which is great. Now, what did we do today on the option side? We were in many things. As you can imagine, we were in put ladders. 395 puts, 392s, 390s. 395 puts, we got 1,000% on those. 392 puts, I think it was like 500% change. 390 puts was about 300%. We were in UPS 50 calls overnight. We got a really nice push on that, and I love the relative strength on the name as well, held up well. So we got about 912% on those calls. EMA support retest. I do think this thing can continue to squeeze in the short term. We were also in Apple puts, the 140s right out the gate. Those ended up working really nicely for us. Ended up being or getting those into the money, and that was, I think, about a 400%, 500% trade as well. Other great trades were Costco. We loaded the boat in these this morning. I said conviction. We looked at Costco, looked at the PE ratio compared to Walmart and Target. This is an expensive name. I think it should be trading down sub 400s. If you want to join the chat, I will tell you exactly what my price target is. We got a swing on it to the downside. But we took 420 puts out the gate. We took 400s as well. 420 puts, I think, went up. Let's just take a quick look. 420 puts, we got about 826%. The 400s, we got 617%, and those 392 puts was 500%. I'm just looking at the trades right now. So pretty good in that regard. Other trades that we did, we did Airbnb to the downside. Like I said, that Walmart was a good one for about 400 or 500% as well. And then we basically had all the other mods on the put side as well. Oh, DDOG, Oxy puts, those worked out nicely, a couple 100% on those. And yeah, we basically just traded the downside. Did we try some SPY calls today? Yeah, we did on a couple here and there. One call, two calls, that's it for starters. It didn't work. We would exit the positions right away. So the risk reward is highly skewed in our favor all day long. CHATROOM got, I think, 800% or 755% on some QQQ puts. He was in a whole bunch of other stuff. Beth was in a lot of the retail put side. Southweek was short all the retail this morning. He talked about it. The pre-market basically laid down the landscape for us, and I went after Walmart and Costco pretty hard because of that. On the equity side today, we did do some Tesla long this morning, 16 points. Shop long for about, Costco. We shorted, this morning, Costco for about 12 points. We've actually rolled into the 420s and the 400s with that profit. Alta short 9 points. Lulu short 6 points. mRNA long for 4 points this morning. It had some relative strength out the gate. Decent little pop to last day's highs. Ended up getting stopped out the rest on the pullback at our entries, and then we were long some AMD. This one we could have been in a little bit longer, but I had 108 calls alongside the equity, so I just sold the equity for a point, and then we had the 108 calls, which went up. I think it was about 86% on the upside there. Equity side was pretty good. We tried some Tesla at the end of the day there. It didn't work out. Other than that, though, it was a good day. Mainly options is where we were focused, just because we had that directional move on the market to the downside. And yeah, we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. I think and South Beach mentioned this, we're probably going to see margin calls in the market tomorrow because you had a lot of the vanilla mom and pop names getting absolutely smoked today. And if there's anyone with margin on, like something like a Kroger or something like a Macy's, etc., they're going to be down quite a bit, and probably will be forced out of the positions. Market is still in a downtrend. We did break the inverted head and shoulders. We should open up a little extended tomorrow if we gap down. I think if that happens, we bounce a little bit short term. If we open up with a gap up, we're going to probably roll over after the morning session on the margin call. So that's what I'll be looking for tomorrow. Guys, if you have issues in this market, feel free to pop in the chat. The Discord's free. The link is in the description of this video. Certainly can help. We do guide the SPY the entire day. for free, as well as I do give some ideas, intraday as we do trade throughout the day. The one that I gave today was SKYH long, and it went up, I think, about 80 cents. So that was a pretty good trade for a $9 stock. It was $8 at the time. We took it. Anyways, if you have any questions, you go to SpartanTrading.com and join the monthly chat. You get access to all the alerts, all the guidance, scale in, scale out, stops, all that good stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Trade safe, and if you have any questions, like I said, feel free to reach out. Have a good one.